Hey domestic darlings, ever wake up and feel completely and totally overwhelmed by your messy house and not even know where to start cleaning? Well, you're so not alone. So many of us are juggling crazy responsibilities. Maybe you're homeschooling, maybe you're working or working from home, shuttling kids around, cooking meals, and it often leaves very little time for homemaking and for cleaning. The clutter and grime just seems to multiply overnight, making it feel like this never-ending battle just to keep on top of it. But guess what? I've got some game-changing tips to help you conquer the chaos. Today, I'll spill the tea on the 5 simple things that I do every morning to make sure that my house is always clean, and it only takes me 30 minutes. This routine has totally transformed my homemaking experience from a source of stress to a source of joy, which as a homemaker, that's the goal for me. It's time to say goodbye to feeling defeated by the mess. Let's get into it, babe. Number 1 is I air the beds. So first thing in the morning, I crack the windows in the bedroom, even in wintertime. I grab a pillow and pull back every layer of bedding and dust/beat the dirt and rocks away. We live in the desert, so no matter how clean we keep our floors, no matter what we do, it just dirt and little tiny rocks and pebbles get tracked in. There's not really any grass around here. And so that's just par for the course. It's how it goes when you live out where we live. So pulling back every layer of bedding and kind of beating it real quick helps. You'll leave the blankets pulled back and the pillows by the window to air. And you can come back and make the bed if you choose after doing this next step. You'll definitely be coming back to close the window anyways after this. But step 2 is laundry. So I do 1 load of laundry every day. Well, I do 1 load of laundry Monday through Saturday. So I follow a routine that rotates through 6 categorized loads of laundry to make sure everything gets rotated through. For example, on Mondays, I'll wash lights and whites, and the clothes work their way towards towels on Fridays and sheets and bedding on Saturdays. Now, this system is designed to make sure that my clothes last as long as possible and that they're in their best shape because I'm not washing them in the wrong order. For example, washing darks right after washing towels often leaves those little white fuzzies all over your clothing. Things like that. So my laundry routine, I actually have laundry tags on all of my baskets that tell me what load to wash and on what day. It also has what wash settings to use on it, and it tells you what add-ins to include, whether you want to include a brighten and whiten boost, for example, with towels, but you do not want to include fabric softener or it'll make your towels not be fluffy anymore. But when you're washing whites and lights, you want to do both. So it tells you what to do and what not to do, and even gives you natural cleaning solutions that will soften or whiten and brighten or do whatever it is that you need. And so I linked to those here and in my show description if you're listening on the podcast. Now, I also use all of these tasks that I'm talking about. I follow with my true crime radio cleaning routine. And what that is I took the 1950s radio show Dragnet, which is like a little vintage crime show, but it just so happens that the crimes that they talk about on the radio show is actually true ones that happened in Los Angeles during those time periods. But anyways, it guides you through each step that I'm talking about today in a timed format so that it helps you move from task to task without getting distracted. And I do have some free episodes of those that you can check out here in the show notes. So step 3, after I've aired the beds and done a load of laundry and gone back and closed the window, I move on to dishes. So I unload the dishwasher every morning, put away any clean dishes that are in the rack. We didn't used to have a washing machine, like a dishwasher, so then it would just be whatever clean dishes were in the rack or were drying. Then I'll fill the sink with hot soapy water before I do any cooking or serve any meals. This way I can clean the dishes and have them soak. Like I'll just scrape them into the trash and throw them into the hot soapy water as I'm cooking, and then as I'm serving as well, like everyone can just scrape their dishes and put them into the hot soapy water. If you only have a 1 basin sink instead of 2 basins, then I recommend getting like a plastic wash tub with a drain and filling that up with the hot soapy water in case you need to like pour liquids from cooking or whatever down the drain. And then number 4 is I clear the clutter in the house. So I do try to cook as I clean so that I don't have to do that as part, like clean off the counters as part of my clutter clearing, but usually there's still some things on there that I'll pick up as well. But I spend 15 minutes, like set a timer, or usually I'm using my routine, so it's already timed out for me. And I'll go around and speed clean all the clutter. I like to grab a basket and I'll go around the house and throw everything that's out of place in the basket. And as I move from room to room, I put things where they belong. That way, instead of putting one thing away at a time, it takes so much less time to get all the clutter cleared up. Number 5 is every day I finish with a weekly task. So for example, cleaning the bathroom on Tuesdays or deep cleaning in a zone on Saturdays for 15 minutes. And this just helps me not have to do any spring cleaning, and make sure that those bigger tasks like cleaning the floors or cleaning the bathrooms that just take more time are still accomplished weekly. Now, like I said, I do all of this while listening to my Domestic Daydreams morning radio cleaning routine. And what the heck is that, you might ask? Well, I'll tell you. So I found out I had ADHD, and all of a sudden it made total sense why habits never stuck and why I always felt like I was drowning in housework. I finally started using these audio morning cleaning routines featuring 1950s radio shows like Dragnet. I press play before work, it guides me through a routine in 30 minutes, and after I have a clean house. So I'm giving everyone who wants some free MP3 downloads of the routine. You just need to click the link. It was so great to talk to you about this today. I will see you next time as I dish more homemaking secrets.